We're going to hit record on this piece of shit, and then we're just going to see what happens.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see it.
Okay. We're going to play our introduction music now, and we'll start rocking and rolling. Here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Mossberg. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world-famous Andy Shaver.
Not a good day, Jeff.
It's not a good day?
Not a good day.
Well, it's Friday. It's better
barely.
than a fucking Monday, I'm going to tell you right now.
I don't know about that.
With us today from Cornwall, Ontario, Mr. Matt Probert. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, fellas. How are we making her down there?
I'm having a wonderful day. Andy's having a shitty day, so it's a good day. That's kind of the way I would look at it.
That's good.
I hate when things change, and I don't like it when things stay the same.
You'd have made a good woman. You should have a vagina then.
Yep, makes sense.
Okay, Matt, we are fixing to come up and hunt with y'all at St. Lawrence River Outfitters in Cornwall. How far are you from Montreal?
About an hour and 10 minutes.
Do you speak French?
Not well.
That's me too. I don't speak it at all. So I was wondering, where do you cross the line where everybody's speaking French then? How far away from that are y'all?
From where, sorry?
How far away is it where everybody's speaking French? Because Montreal, they all speak French, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Like, you know, we even get into it a little bit if we go an hour northeast from where we're at in Ontario. There's quite a bit of French up there. So that whole line, like down heading east down there about an hour, you can get into a fair bit of French.
Is that like a big, what do you do if like a farmer's got birds on it and all he speaks is French? What the hell do you do then?
We call somebody that can speak French.
Not too hard to find up there?
No, and they got that talk and text thing.
Right.
You talk English and it comes back French. Yeah, that don't work worth a goddamn.
How's the hunting been so far?
It's been great. Yeah, we've been rocking and rolling here for a couple weeks now, and it's been really good. Good number of birds
Y'all
around.
started what, September 1st?
No, there's an early season up here, the first Thursday in September, and that runs for 10 days. I'm not typically here for that. And when that ends, I come up the week prior to the regular season, and we always start the fourth Saturday of September on our regular season.
Okay, I gotcha.
Are we killing any ducks yet?
That's a hard no.
Hopefully that'll change in the next 7 days.
Give me those greasy honkers. That's all I care about.
It's been like 30 degrees up here in the afternoons and going down to like 18 as a nighttime low, and so it's not real duck weather.
Fahrenheit
for
or
us.
Celsius?
No, that's Celsius.
So
I'm lost. I'm already, when he said 30, I was like, fuck, that'd be a nice and cold day. I think that's like 65 or 70, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think there was guys here the other day talking about 90 degrees or something. They were from the States. And it was
what
hot.
Did you say, 30 and 18?
Yeah, I think it's 70, 75 degrees maybe then if he said it was 90 the other day.
Yeah, I think 20 is 72.
86.
Oh, fuck.
86, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We were up there was we there in June or July?
We were there in June.
June. It was in June. We were up there in June, and hell, it wasn't 86. Anytime we were up there, it stayed in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. The whole time it was 60s and 70s while we were there.
So it's hot October, September for y'all then.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 18 degrees. That's pretty fucking chilly.
Yeah.
When you threw in Celsius, I was like, oh, okay, this is.
Yeah.
because 0 is 32. So
So when do y'all when do y'all usually you have your first snow coming up pretty quick, don't y'all by now?
No, we're usually mid-November before we get any type of snow. We might get a dusting here or there, but it's not typically. Do we get anything that stays on the ground until middle of November?
Well, we are going to be up with y'all in 2 weeks, and we are hunting in the morning and fishing in the afternoon. If I'm correct on that, I am so excited.
I believe
I am
that's
so
right.
excited about catching some fish. I cannot wait. So, are we catching smallmouth? Is that what we're catching, or walleye or pike? What are we catching?
Probably smallies and walleye are on the go, and I don't know if you got any interest in perch, but the boys are catching some perch right now too.
I just want to catch a lot of fish because me and Andy always have a competition, and Tony's going to be with us on who catches the most fish. Now, we always get the fucking deal. I say who catches a fish. They said it has to come in the boat and be a keeper. Well, fuck, who wants keepers? And you got to clean them.
I heard this argument already.
Yeah, with Maddie.
Yeah,
and I don't know for sure if he's coming or not. I hope he is.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because if I outfish his ass, he will never hear the end of that the rest of his life.
That'd be perfect.
It fucking would. That would be like me winning a duck calling contest against a world champion because I can't blow a duck call for shit.
Yes, sir.
So, what are we? How are we catching fish? Are we lures, leeches? What are we doing?
It's all like lures, soft plastic and stuff.
Well, I've never been up to where y'all are. I'm so excited. We stayed at Alexandria Bay down, and that's what, an hour from y'all south or west?
I believe so. Yeah.
So I'm assuming, is the river wide right there where y'all are at, or is it thinner than it is there?
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty wide here. It narrows down though.
Well, y'all live in God's country. What beautiful country. So are we shooting our geese over corn right now?
We are right now, corn and a little bit of grass too, because where it got so warm on us there, we had a bunch that switched back over to grass.
And it's all big geese, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I am so fucking excited and pumped up.
Big old honkers.
We can't wait. I just hate the idea of crossing that fucking border. I know it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
People do it every day to come here.
I don't know. I tried to go. We when we were there in this summer, we just went across Niagara Falls to go see it from the Canada side. Which, newsflash, it's the same fucking falls on the Canada side and the U.S. side. So if you're coming from the U.S., save yourself the trouble. I got fucking hassled there.
Really?
Because we're in a rental, of course, and then I'm from Texas, and you want to know where my guns and knives were, and.
Yeah, he was kind of profiling there, wasn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. I felt like I was getting profiled against a little bit, which, God forbid we do that on our southern border, brown with a fucking trash bag over your shoulder. Maybe you shouldn't come over here. Right?
Amen.
But no, we can't do that. But yeah, we wanted to go and then spend a small fortune at that arcade that they've got there. It just fall the whole fucking thing.
Which crossing do you recommend we cross? The one right at Cornwall, or do we go all the way to Wellesley Island? Which one would you cross?
The one in Cornwall is where a lot of guys cross.
Is it pretty?
That one or the one down by, I think Dave says the one down by Thousand Islands. I'm not right up to speed on all the crossings up here because I'm actually from Nova Scotia, down east of Ontario here.
Where y'all don't speak French, right?
No French there.
No French there.
I've always wanted to go to St. John's.
Where? St. John's?
St. John's. It's where.
Yeah, New Brunswick. New Brunswick or Newfoundland? St. John's or St. John's?
What the fuck's the difference? St. John's, isn't it?
S or N or an S?
Hell, I don't know.
One's in New Brunswick and one's in Newfoundland.
Which one's on the Bay of Fundy?
Which one's a prettier one?
St.
That's
John.
where I want to go. St. John.
Why?
Yeah.
I just always wanted to go there. It looks like a pretty cool place. There's not a lot of trees, and the houses are built out on the water. It's just a pretty place.
Do they have Zens up there? I've found a new fascination with Zens. Zen nicotine pouches. Can I find those up there?
Not that I know of.
I got to bring my own now. That's going to be a whole nother thing.
Somebody had a deal the other day that was a can of snuff is $38 fucking in Canada. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't want to even talk about that.
Do you
Do you want me to bring you a can?
Yeah,
right, I will.
Yep.
How much can we bring? Can we bring like a roll each or what?
I think you can bring a sleeve each.
I'll bring you a sleeve of Copenhagen. Yeah. What do you dip?
Yeah, let us know what.
Copenhagen wintergreen long cut.
Okay.
You better send Andy a text on that shit because I'll forget. But I'll bring you a sleeve.
I'll keister it. Don't worry.
I don't know if I'd keister. That's a lot of Copenhagen up your ass.
Listen, I could have been a smuggler once.
But you can bring one sleeve across, right? That's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But isn't it is $38 a can right now for snuff in Canada?
If you went to like the gas bar or something like that, it's anywhere from $36 to $42.
Freaking bless. We had a guy.
That's Canadian too.
So that's like 42, 43 American, right?
How long will a can last you? Personally,
not long enough.
not long enough for $40.
Fucking.
No, it's good. It's guy season, man. They take a hit hard.
I had a guy work.
There's a lot of driving around and scouting in the truck.
Yeah,
you and dog. There's nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do but fucking dip. I'm with you.
Harry went through 2 cans a day.
We had a guy that went through 2 cans a day out here.
Yeah, that's heavy.
He died from esophageal cancer, so
that's trying hard.
It didn't help him none. But $42, God, that's a $70 a day habit.
Dr. Drew, who, I don't, whatever, he might be a quack, I don't know, but he said there's no negative health benefit to Zens.
He probably owns stock in it.
Probably, but
Fauci says the same thing about the vaccine.
Well, because it's just nicotine, and nicotine's not bad for you. Nicotine's the same as caffeine, but tobacco has nicotine in it, so that's why people like tobacco, and it's the tobacco that is bad for you. But nicotine itself, totally good.
Not
better bad at all.
You better find out before we cross the border if you're allowed to have that shit.
I'll text Josh Moore right now.
That's because
he's a fellow Zenner.
Okay.
And after,
the boy, there's some guys up here that go across and pick it up and come back.
They do?
With it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they need some Zen? Fuck it. We'll just be mules on this trip. What else do y'all need from the States? We'll bring it across. At least we can do.
I cannot believe a can of snuff costs. What's it? $8 here in America?
I'm not a dipper, so maybe $7-8 here in America.
Yeah, that would be an expensive spot. There's some guys from Kentucky that come up, and it's like $2-3 a piece down there.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty cheap. Or they're making that shit at home.
I know in Oklahoma, just north of here, you can buy it at casinos, and there's no tax on it. So
I still bet it ain't no damn 32. God almighty, 30. I'm just thinking about that shit. Look at that. That's a redneck deal. When I was a kid, you could buy snuff for 25 or 50 cents a can.
So if you do a can a day,
that's $22,000 a year.
Don't put it like that. That hurts.
I was going to say, don't do the math.
Well, no. I was thinking of 2 cans. 1 can a day is at $40 a day. At $365 is $16,000 a year, just about.
Whew. What else do you do for a living to afford your snuff habit?
When I'm back home in Nova Scotia, I got a small construction company there.
Cool. How have you guys? Are things kind of shaking back normal after COVID?
Yeah, it's getting there. Prices are still high on everything, but like it works crazy. Like it's turning stuff down left, right, and center. Like,
really? Well, that's a good problem to have, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How high did lumber get up there? Because I remember down here, like a sheet of plywood was like $30-$40, like OSB.
What kind of OSB? Like 7/16?
Yeah.
It got up to like $57 here.
That's a can of snuff.
Yeah.
Can of snuff or a piece of plywood.
You want your house worked on, or you want to just be able to dip?
Go with the dip.
What does a beer cost up there right now then?
What's the beer cost?
Like if you bought a bottle of beer somewhere, what's it going to run you?
Like a tall can is like $5.50 or something.
I don't even know if it is because I don't ever buy fucking beer, so I don't know why I asked that question.
That's probably a pretty standard, pretty close to what it is here.
Yeah.
That's not out of the ordinary.
Well, they're taxing the shit out of that fucking snuff, though.
Yeah, they are.
That's just crazy that's. I guess because it's all made in America.
Yeah, because y'all probably don't have many tobacco fields in Canada.
No, not that I'm aware of. There's some like southwest of us from here, but not a pile.
Yeah. What fields are y'all hunting in? What kind of agriculture is it that y'all are hunting in?
Right now it's a lot of silage corn that farmers are taking off for the cattle, and some grass. And I imagine here we're getting pounded with rain here right now, so I imagine the next few days we're gonna we'll be in some soybean fields.
Now, with as warm as it is, I mean, are they kind of still? They're not having as much carbohydrates right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they'll switch once it starts getting colder.
They will, yeah. But right now we're finding we've actually had quite a conversation here in the last couple of days, because like typically when it gets hot like this, they'll fly in the morning. They'll only be out for an hour, hour and a half, and then they go back. And then they typically don't fly again until like, an hour before dark or so. And usually you're scrambling around while you're scouting. But this year, I don't know if it's like, it seems like we've had an awesome juvie hatch this year. So I don't know if with that juvie hatch, it's got them feeding longer, because they're out in the morning. They'll be out until 9 o'clock in the morning. And then in the afternoon, they start flying at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Oh, really?
And they're out for 3 hours, like in this heat. And they're out for 3 hours again in the afternoon. So don't know if it's because the juvie hatch was so big and they're trying to fatten up for the winter or what.
That's fat. That's crazy. I wonder now, this is me like, trying to find any excuse in the world for it to be a cold winter. Maybe they know it's going to be a cold winter finally.
Well, that's the other thing too that we've been wondering, right? Like all those things, it's the same conversation goes through everybody's head.
Because like here in Texas, I have a closet full of really, really nice, expensive wintertime clothing that I fucking get to wear about once a year, and that's usually when I go skiing in New Mexico. So I pray to God that there is 2 foot of snow that stops on the Texas-Oklahoma border. Like, that's my wish. So, by God, that's what I'm going with. That's why these birds are eating all the time. It's going to be a hard winter. You heard it here first, folks.
There it is.
I hope that happens. I'm not going to argue with you. So, we're gonna shoot big geese up there. If it gets cold between now and then, which y'all are, I looked at the forecast. It's supposed to cool off a bunch by the time we get up there. I think the long term showed the highs like 52 when we're there. Will the ducks start coming in as it gets colder? Do you start seeing the ducks then?
They will, but that's not cold.
Oh, really?
No. Like typically our ducks don't start showing up like in good numbers, good groups until like middle of November, when we're daytime highs -2, -5 Celsius, and lows at night like -15 type of stuff, right? That's when it seems like all the little creeks and stuff need a freeze here, and they move down to the big water, and until then it's like they don't fly. There's so much feed and stuff in the creeks and whatnot that just keeps them down. Yeah. But
now, will you take us out fishing also, or is there somebody else that'll do that?
No, that'll be Dave himself, or he's got a couple other buddies of ours that do it as well. They take a bunch of our clients out walleye fishing and stuff like all fall long.
I'm not a fisherman, but I am looking forward to the fact that not only am I going to outshoot Jeff on this trip, but I'm also going to outfish Jeff on this trip. But we got to get.
So we're going to wager on this?
No, we got to set some fucking ground rules, because last time we did it.
Does it need to stay in the boat, or like what's the deal with you two
Exactly.
here?
Exactly.
So we're just counting keepers?
No, hold on, because when we had Maddie on, Maddie was like, no, it's keepers. It's not just fish. It's not just the raw number. Oh, I got a bite.
Maddie's not a Canadian fisherman. He's an American fisherman, so we're going to go by our rules as Texans. Texas rules are, if you catch a fish, it counts as a fish. Whoever catches the most fish in a day. So you want to go by just keepers?
Disagree. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do Andy's rules of just keepers. And then when I beat him, he's going to say, well, I guess God dang, we should have done something else.
So what's a keeper? What are you considering
What's
a keeper?
legally a keeper?
Whatever can go in the boat.
Like anything over 12 inches?
Whatever the rules are in Canada, yes. Now, do we care about keeping a fish? No, we're not going to eat them. If y'all want to keep them, we'll keep them. Otherwise, we'll just throw them back. We're good with that.
Get a good walleye feed, that'd be good.
Well, I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, we don't care. We're not going to keep fish. So,
are they hard to reel in?
No,
walleyes are not.
No, it's like catching a bass.
Oh, okay.
No, they're like a bass.
Well, I'm thinking a pike.
On the walleye, just make sure you
pike,
but the key to the walleye fishing is to make sure you put your fingers in their mouth when you take the hook out. Okay, that's the key to that deal, Andy.
They have teeth.
Just 2.
Two sharp ones?
Pretty sharp.
Are they that sharp?
What?
Do they have teeth?
What?
Walleyes?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not a fisherman. Like teeth?
Yeah, they got teeth. They got teeth. Yeah,
Like all over?
they're not gonna hurt. Well, no, in their mouth.
Damn.
Yeah, you got some right by their asshole.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll be all
So
right.
I can't stick my fingers in their mouth, is what you're getting at.
No,
You
probably
can.
not.
It just might hurt.
You said there were only two teeth, Jeff. They're
Walleye got
all
two
over.
big ass. Well, they got two teeth that'll. Bass got teeth.
They got
but
a
walleye-
row of teeth.
Well, they got two teeth that'll really get you good. Do y'all catch pike much?
I've never caught one up here. I know Dave's done well on them before in the past, but no, I've never really been out for them.
What about muskies? Yeah.
Muskies? I've never got one, but our buddy Jack that takes guys out, he's a big muskie guy. He loves
You catch
it.
one fish a day that way, don't you? Usually one big ass fish.
One muskie a day?
I think there's
One big ass
that's it.
muskie. Yep.
They fight everything else off.
They look prehistoric, muskies do.
They're prehistoric fish. That's why.
Yeah,
Oh, they are.
they're from the
Yeah.
dinosaur
really?
age.
Just like pike.
Well, fuck,
Might as well
I
be.
don't know these things, Jeff.
I'm explaining it to you.
I'm just going off of I'm just going off of my observations here.
No, you.
Have you ever
Yeah.
had a bigger asshole? What's the biggest asshole you've ever had hunt up there? Because you got Jeff Stanfield coming in, and he's up there.
I can already tell that it's not going to be
Thank
him.
you. He says it's going to be Andy, is what he's saying. That's exactly right. That fucking Andy, he's going to be a real dick.
I'm very
No,
easygoing, but this whole situation we've got here is unacceptable.
On the board?
Unacceptable.
I was gonna say I was getting a little worried earlier whether you were gonna take that microphone across the room there.
These
are heavy too, so if I was ever going to throw one, like I'm coming for blood on somebody. So I'm going to get my revenge and chunk it at somebody.
We had a
sir.
thunderstorm about 2 weeks ago, and it knocked all the power out here, and that thing went down after that, and we had to southern engineer it a couple of times to get by, and then we had to buy a new one, and the new one is a whole lot smarter than Andy is.
I'm going to be sending a strongly worded email to the Mackie people, the people that run these things. Anyway, the dive bomb guys, they just recently hunted with y'all, didn't they? Couple weeks ago?
Yep. Yeah, they were up for the opener.
It looked like they had a barn burner.
Yeah, they had a couple good shoots. Yeah, 2 days.
Do they
We just lost him.
oh, we just lost them. Do they come every year pretty much?
Yeah. They've come the last 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at oof.
Did Asher come up this year or just Matt and them?
No, just Matt and Jordan
Yeah,
and Jake.
I didn't think Asher went on that trip.
Asher was up last year, and the year before that, Cody was up.
So what's like a big feed for whenever you guys like what would like get you to tap on the brakes whenever you're out scouting?
Yeah, 1,000 plus.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like do they mainly come off in like small bunches the whole morning? Or they come out in like big waves? Because I've seen some of your footage and like you're working bigger flocks.
Yeah, no, they get it, especially when it's warm like this. When they start, they start training out. You get a couple small flocks to start the morning off, and then once it starts in the early season, it's on.
Yeah. Are there just lakes all around you guys, and that's what they roost on over at night?
A lot of rock quarries.
Really?
Yeah, rock quarries and town lagoons and stuff, and then obviously we're typically more inland right now. We don't hunt too much down by the river, but as it gets cold, a lot of our birds will come off the St. Lawrence.
Yeah, that what did we learn? That never freezes, right? Because it's so deep.
Oh no, it'll freeze.
Will it? Maybe it's by the Thousand
yeah.
Islands.
No, it's the same thing.
Yeah, like up there maybe not, but no, it freezes down
It
here.
does.
And it's got to get pretty cold, like to get a skim over it. But no, it will freeze.
I think that what he was saying is it doesn't freeze very often because it's got a big current right through there. But I'm sure it does sometimes. Do y'all have houses built all along the river where y'all are at, like they do down there?
Yep.
We went to that, what is it, Billionaires Row or something on
Billionaires Row. Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an impressive piece of real estate right there. I found one that I could afford, and it was probably about the size of this table.
somebody's little bunkos.
Yeah. I think it was like, what'd they say, 50 grand? No, 100 grand to be considered an island there that you can build on. It's gotta be so big. I think it's like 10 by 10. It's got to have vegetation on it. There was one tree, and that son of a bitch was 10 by 10, and I think it was 100 grand for that.
I'm telling you, it's a beautiful
I mean, I'd still have to
place.
get a loan for it, but I could probably pull that off.
You get to go to it once every 3 years.
Yeah,
That's my rock over there.
Yeah, that's it. That's my piece over there.
Yep.
That's my piece. So how did you have you guided before here, or how'd you find this place?
When I originally started, I started in Prince Edward Island, and then we started coming up here hunting with Dave in the late season because it closed. We typically freeze up down home, so we had some late season hunts up with Dave, and just got to talking to him and whatnot. And he was looking for somebody. So the first year I came up, I was supposed to be here for like 10 or 12 days, and I was here for about 20. And then after that, I went back and finished up guiding in Prince Edward Island. And I've been here ever since. So this is my 12th or 13th season.
Now, do you know Jeff Coates? We recently had him on Pit Boss Waterfowl. He goes to Prince Edward Island. Matter of fact, I think he's getting ready to go.
Yeah, he hunts with a bunch of guys that I know down there. But no, I haven't personally hunted with him.
Now, how does the hunting in Prince PEI, as he said, how does it compare there to where you are? Kind of the same situation?
It's the same. It's just it's not near the number of birds or the area and stuff. Like it's when it's on there, it's really good hunting. But by times it can really make you pay too.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I gotta look. Where's it at in relations to where you are?
East.
East of you?
Yeah, it's a little island just above Nova Scotia. PEI is.
It's right north of Halifax area.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. How many people are on this island?
Not many.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Like,
I got a correction too. I want to go to St. John's is where I want to go, which is basically about 12 miles from Greenland. And you are in St. John, right? Is that correct? You grew up in St. John, New Brunswick? Is that where you're from?
Me? No, I'm from outside of Halifax, Nova Scotia.
I want to go to St. John, Nova Scotia is where I'd like to go to. That's not easy to get to, is it?
I don't know. St. John, Nova Scotia. Yeah, in New Brunswick.
It's in New Brunswick? Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I want to go to.
But the Bay of Fundy goes through, like there's parts of Nova Scotia that touches the Bay of Fundy as well.
But so New Brunswick is a different province in Canada.
Province.
Okay. And that's an English speaking province?
Half and half.
And Nova Scotia, is it in New Brunswick also, or is it a separate province?
Separate.
All right. That's New Brunswick Nova Scotia doesn't have a lot of trees, right?
No, we have a lot of trees.
Okay. Is St. John's, where is that? Does it have a bunch of trees, or is it pretty much like it?
Yep. Pretty much PEI would be the only province on the east side that doesn't have a lot of trees.
Okay. I've seen pictures of the houses are real cool. It looks like you're in Iceland or somewhere is what it looks like. The pictures I've seen.
Yeah.
That's
a long ass fucking drive over there.
Why are they still holding on to the French speaking? Like, just assimilate. Speak English.
I can't answer that.
Come on. It's 2023. French isn't, it's not coming back.
Well,
it's not coming back.
We're done. We're done with that.
I think Trudeau, he speaks French.
Does Trudeau speak French? I don't think that's
I'm sure he fucking does. Or Cuban.
Oh, he's probably part
Or
French.
Cuban. I think he's half Cuban for sure.
Mostly Cuban.
Yeah.
Not to speak ill of.
Don't speak.
Waiting to see the test results for that one.
Yeah, they're going to come back 100% Cuban for a daddy.
I've seen his picture next to Fidel, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
There's
have. We all believe the same thing
Yeah.
you're thinking.
You know, and I'm not making fun of him at all. Like, we got Biden, so like, you know, it's fair game. Like, poke fun at our president all you want. We're good.
Trudeau's mama was a hoe, and we have a couple presidents ago. We think his wife's a man. So there you go. We're all even.
Yeah, America is not without fault here. So.
No, not at all.
Are you got guys up there right now?
Yeah.
Until what, Saturday? Because you can't hunt Sunday, right?
Yeah, we
you
hunt
do?
Sundays. Yep.
What was that?
Yeah,
What was
we
that
hunt
fucked up law?
7 days a week.
There used to be, I think at one time, might be different provinces.
Right.
Is Saskatchewan, do they hunt on Sundays?
Yeah, I think maybe, or is it? I can't remember. One of them I know, and it might just be like an outfitter type thing. But we've talked to a lot of guys, and like they take off Sunday to kind of people filter
Yeah,
in.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there is on Sundays out there in Saskatchewan for some reason.
There's some places, places up there you can't shoot Canada geese in the afternoon until a certain day too.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Is that way with y'all too?
No,
You can shoot them all day long.
all day long.
And what is the limit where we're going?
8.
So in the zone that like where the lodge is here is 3, but then we have some fields in the next zone over that's a 5-bird
That's
limit.
a lot of big geese.
Yeah.
What do y'all have to do with the meat? Just make jerky out of it? Give it to farmers or what?
Yeah, there's lots that goes up, but especially like here in Canada, they did you don't need to keep the wing on anymore as long as the breasts are frozen. So there's a lot of the guys like from the back the East Coast from where I'm at, and like the residents from Toronto and stuff that come down, they take all their birds now. So that's a bonus.
Yeah. Do you like the taste of goose?
Yeah, done the right way. Yeah.
What is the right way?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite way? Jerky?
One of the biggest things that we do is slice them out and pound them out and marinate them in maple syrup and some spices and stuff, and then put some cream cheese and a bell pepper in there and wrap it with bacon and do it up on the smoker.
I've never done it that way.
Bell pepper. You take y'all learn in the South, we're jalapenos on everything. I've never heard of the bell pepper, and I like bell peppers. That would taste good to me, but that is a northern thing.
Yeah.
You want to fucking insult him a little bit more, Joe?
I didn't insult him. I just thought it was funny they eat bell peppers instead of jalapeno peppers.
Fuck.
I got big shoulders. It's all right.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I ain't worried about. He might whip my ass, but
He definitely would.
if you whip my ass, I'm still going to tell you I can't believe you're having bell peppers and not instead of jalapeno peppers.
Especially with me holding you down.
I don't like to eat goose either, but I've never heard of the maple syrup on it. I bet that makes it taste pretty good though.
Yeah, it does.
Everything comes with maple syrup. Everything's better that way.
Yeah. Maple syrup and bacon, you can't go wrong with anything.
What is the staple meal around there where y'all are at, where we're going to be? What is the staple meal that people have?
The staple
Is it
meal?
poutine?
Oh, steak's always good.
Well, I think so. I agree with you there.
Is it poutine or is it poutine?
Poutine? Poutine.
Putin?
How do y'all make it where y'all are at?
No, not Putin.
Is it poutine?
Poutine. Poutine.
What?
How'd you say that? Poutine.
And what do y'all have? French
Poutine.
fries, brown gravy, and cheese curds?
Cheese curds, yep.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
I like the cheese curds a lot.
We take you somewhere, get some smoked meat put on it too. Spice it up a little.
Now we're talking.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother like level of flavor right there.
Oh, buddy, it never ends.
It never ends.
I'm telling you. We went to a Dairy Queen one year in Saskatchewan and they had it there. Wasn't the best, but you know, it's Dairy Queen.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
The thing that I got out of being in Canada was trying to get ice in my cup.
Yeah, it's already cold enough.
They just bring it, like we was at A&W root beer, and I didn't get iced tea because they didn't have their root beer, and they just give me a glass. There's no ice in it. Oh, you want ice in it? Well, yeah, I'd like some ice in it. They looked at me like I was fucking crazy. I was like, shit, y'all don't drink ice up here or have ice in your drinks. I do on everything.
That cuts down on the amount of liquid that you can get in there, though, Jeff.
Well, I don't care that much about it. I'm not ordering it. I want ice in my stuff.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Anything we need to bring special clothes wise, we don't need waiters, correct? Good.
No. You know,
Do you hunt over much water
just
there?
you're right.
Will you hunt
What's
over
that?
much water just during the course of the season?
Yeah, like as it gets a little later, Dave will do some honker hunts on the water, and then like end of December into January on the ducks. Like the boys, I'm home by then with the family, so I'm not here then. But the boys get out after the ducks pretty much steady every day, and that's all on the water. Every once in a while, it's still in the field, but they do a lot of hunting on the river then.
Now, when does your construction season kind of kick back up?
When I get
It
home,
does? So you're
yeah, I go right through the winter.
Oh, is that pretty unique, or do most guys do it that way?
No, pretty much everybody at home does it. Pretty much need to make a living now.
Yeah, the guys that used to shut down shop, they're out of business. Because I think one year we went to North Dakota, and I think they said we hunted with some guys that had a construction company there, and I think they shut down basically the winter months just because it's so cold. Hard to do. I guess excavation work's a little tough.
Yeah, there's definitely things that gotta wait until spring, but try and keep some bathroom renos and stuff like that for the winter time.
Just make sure the heater works.
Yeah.
What's the coldest that you've ever seen it there?
Minus 32.
Let me do the math. Celsius to Fahrenheit.
I think minus 30.
Well, you're pretty much catching up there.
I think so.
I think minus 32 says fucking cold.
Yeah. Negative 25 Fahrenheit, so cold.
Yeah.
How long was it that cold for? Like just once or?
A few days.
Fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't like last that long, and we don't get that very often either.
That is you just huddle up in the house those days?
Yeah, you pretty much.
God, that would be terrible.
If you're going hunting geese, you don't go until about 1:30 in the afternoon, and you make sure that you got lots of propane.
I'd have a lot of kids if I lived up there in that. Nothing else to do.
Well, maybe that's why I got 3.
I got 2, so I'm not far behind you. I always think about like the early settlers of this area. Like they had to just be some tough bastards. Like
would have had to been.
No, like the structure's just kind of half-ass and no insulation back in the day.
Yeah.
So when I ask that question all the time after I go somewhere beautiful up north, I'm like, what made my fucking people come here? One winter, right?
They were cold. Yeah.
One winter, and they said, fuck it, let's go down there where it's never fucking nice and doesn't rain and it's hot and miserable.
Yeah. Well, your ancestors were quitters, Jeff, because they stopped in Kansas.
Well, and Missouri.
Well, that's all that place is.
Well, my dad came on down.
Bunch of quitters.
So Kansas is full of quitters now.
Yes, they wanted every person that stopped in Kansas was like, we're headed to California. They saw the prairie and they're like, fuck it, we've gone far enough. They had like a day's wagon ride and they're like, we're good.
So you are now. I made a comment about bell peppers, and you got on to me and go, and now you're pissing every motherfucker off in Kansas.
No, I'm just talking about their
ancestors.
Yeah. Not necessarily about them,
but just their relatives.
Yeah. Quitters.
Okay. They're all quitters.
At least when they came to Texas, we had Indians and shit to fight off.
You don't think they had Indians in Kansas? You think it was Indian-free area?
They had all the riffraff done.
Okay, you think so?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Have you been to Niagara Falls? Just skip it. Just skip it. You're not missing.
Don't go to the American side to see it either.
It's the same thing. Bunch of water.
It's the same shit.
Yeah. Skip it.
Yeah, there really ain't much more. There is more to see probably on the Canadian side than there is the U.S. side, though.
That expensive ass amusement park?
You didn't pay for shit there.
Jeff, I saw you shelling out money.
Okay, it was expensive.
It hurt me.
Well, you can pay for your half then of the kids.
No, that's fine. That's fine. They enjoy it when their grandparents are spoiling them. So they don't like my money.
Do you come to the States very often?
Better that way.
Yeah, everybody wins that way.
Do you come to the States very often?
I don't know.
Not missing.
I don't get down much.
Not missing much there either.
Is there any place in the States you'd like to see? Is there any place in the United States you'd like to visit and see that you haven't been to?
I want to go honker hunting in Colorado one day.
I know a place.
Yeah,
Yep.
Andy can tell you the public place you can hunt
Yes,
and piss
sir.
everybody off. Wasn't it Alamosa?
Alamosa is where you want to go in Colorado. There's a
Yep.
shitload of bands up there and not a whole lot of hunters.
Or there
cold.
wasn't.
There
Yes,
wasn't.
sir.
There's going to be now, but right.
Go by the alligator farm.
Yeah, right by the alligator pond. There's a nice potato field. Yeah, they ate potatoes there. I'd never seen anything like that in my life. They would land, they'd grab a potato that was hard as a rock, and then they would grab it and they'd shake their head and they'd break the potato apart.
Yeah, they do that. They do that shit back home
really?
too. Yeah.
I don't know how they could bite through it.
Yeah, they pretty much, like, before they get on the potatoes at home, they really, like, there's got to be like a frost or two first to soften them up. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Maybe that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
And a bunch of bands in Alamosa. I don't know where they come from, where they're getting banded, but there's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch there.
I'm going to sound like a true client now. Do y'all shoot Jack Miner bands everywhere y'all are at?
We don't get many here, but there's a buddy of ours from Southwest Ontario that's here right now, and he shot some. He lives right up there by Jack Miner's.
That's a cool place. I would like to visit that sanctuary one day.
Yeah.
I would skip my Christmas presents my kids are buying me this year if I could shoot a Jack Miner band and Andy doesn't. That would be just icing on the cake for me.
That would be something.
Yes, Andy would be so proud of me. He'd be so happy for me. Wouldn't you? You wouldn't be?
No. Not at all.
I'd be proud if you shot one.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
No.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. Have you ever seen a miner band out in the wild?
I haven't, no.
Well, maybe when we're there. Jeff,
Maybe you guys are the good luck
Jeff
charm.
seems to have a horseshoe shoved up his ass on most things, so he's luckier than a two-peckered goat. So if there's anybody that will do it, it'll be the fat guy to my right here.
Well, Tony's pretty fucking
Roger
lucky,
that.
too. So maybe Tony's the one that shoots a Jack Miner band.
That would piss me off. If my uncle kills one and I don't, that would upset me. Not gonna lie.
Well, if I shoot one, I'm going to give it to one of my grandkids.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's fine. They'll never know about it.
You're going to keep it.
Yeah, I'll steal a band. I'll steal a Jack Miner from my kid, 100%. Promise you, he's living in my house rent free. The least he can do is fork over the Jack Miner.
Do y'all kill very many bands up there?
Not too many anymore. I think we probably shot like 15 or 20 last year.
More than we kill.
But
Yeah.
We used to kill a bunch of speckle belly bands back in the day, and for whatever reason, like it's down to about 1 every 1,000. Yeah, we would kill a lot of neck collars too back in the day. They'd all have like orange and red neck collars, and for whatever reason, we just don't see them on specs anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have y'all seen any specs where y'all are at? Have they moved that far east yet? Have y'all killed any speckle bellies? Have y'all had any specs that far east yet?
We get like the occasional one that blows in.
The oddball.
Not sure. Yeah, not sure what happened.
They're expanding their reach. Like, you know, we're getting reports now, guys, and clear up into Indiana and Ohio are seeing speckle bellies now. So they're doing well, and they're taking up new territory.
Yes,
They
sir.
are a pain in the ass to hunt sometimes, though. When they do it, it's beautiful. I mean, you think you can do no wrong, but when they have figured out the game, they are a tough bird to hunt.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it sounds a lot like a snow goose.
Do y'all have many of those?
Yeah, we get into them pretty heavy. The end of the month, 1st of November, they start showing up.
I guess that would make sense. Because, we just talked to Jeff Coates, and he was talking about how many are kind of in that corridor that they have around Maryland. So they got to go right through you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So is y'all's main duck y'all shoot? Do y'all kill more black ducks than mallards, or do you kill more mallards?
No, shoot a pile of mallards up here. Not very many black ducks at all. Well, shoot a lot of blacks back home on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much all mallards here.
Yeah, because whenever Jeff said he's going to go to the to PEI, he said it's a lot of black ducks there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. So what do you got going on the rest of the day? You about to start scouting? Because you're all an hour ahead of us, yeah?
Yeah, the boys are out looking after that right now, and when I get off here, I'm going to go over. We got a building next door here, and I got to dig out the 3 bikes and get them on trailers and gas them up and get ready for tomorrow because we're getting a shit ton of rain right now. It is pouring.
Bikes?
Yeah, quads.
Oh.
Andy was thinking he was going to have to ride a mountain bike when he was up there.
Quads with
I
tracks.
thought I had to like bring a helmet for like a Huffy or something like that. Start pedaling.
No, you'd be
Listen,
all right.
and if one of us, Jeff's pedaling and I'm huffing, if anything, because I don't think I can get him through the mud.
You get you one of them electric ones there.
Right. How much rain have you guys had?
It's been really dry the last couple 3 weeks, super dry, and now we're getting a few inches now.
That nothing screws up hunting more than rain.
Yeah, you are exactly right.
I mean, I would rather it snow. Give me anything, just don't give me rain.
Yeah,
it's just, and then everything's muddy, everything's wet. It's just whenever it rains down here, it throws everything screwed up for about 5 days.
Yep.
But who am I?
Just a muddy mess.
And then all your clothes are nasty and not a good situation.
Well, we are excited to be up there. We are going to we'll have a podcast when we get done and talk about our experiences for the next 2 weeks on the road. But I cannot wait to come up there. I can't wait to shoot a big geese. I can't wait to catch more fish than Andy. And I guess I'll be the guy to kill the Jack Miner band this year to piss Andy off. That'll be the whole goal.
He's an asshole.
I can see the rage in his face.
He's an asshole. I'm gonna shoot. I'm not even gonna aim at my own bird. I'm just gonna look at where he's pointing, and that's the bird I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah,
just to make sure. Just to make sure. Well, listen, this has been a lot of fun. We're looking forward to being up there. We'll be up there in a couple weeks and save some birds for us. All right.
We will. We can't wait to see you.
You guys stay dry up there.
Try our best.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. See you guys.
Thank you. I can't wait to go. Be St. Lawrence Outfitters, be in Cornwall, Ontario, when we will be there in a couple of weeks. We will have a podcast when we get done talking about all of our travels. Is that basically it, Andrew?
Yes. I got to send an email out.
All right. Thank y'all very much. God bless y'all. Have a great, great, great week.
Boys and girls, go check out our sponsors. Go check out Mossberg, Alpha Outdoor Specialties, Hemp Hill Farms, Double T British Kennels, Ducks Unlimited, Stanfield Outfitters, Lucky Duck, Looking Glass Podcast, Shin Gear, Dirty Duck Coffee, Dive Bomb Industries, Pacific Calls, Boss Shot Shells, and MLR Graphics.